Beep beep everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. Today we're opening up a 2025 Donruss Mega Box. I saw this at my Target recently and I just had to get it, so here we are. Beep beep from Omar the Orange Monster and Grimace the Grimace. And we like to boop our local gnome's nose. This is Nathan, spelled with a silent G. Boop, 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 and that's for good luck. So yeah, in past years I've bought hobby boxes of Donruss, but for some reason this year I've been distracted by an awful lot of stuff going on, and I just completely forgot about buying one of these. So I saw this mega box in my local Target. I was actually going there for bathroom cleaner. But I always stop in the cards section, and they finally had some stuff. For a good while there, all they were carrying were blaster boxes of 2025 Series 2, and that was pretty much it. They had lots of other stuff, which I'm not interested in collecting, like basketball and soccer and wrestling and, non-sports stuff. And that just wasn't my cup of tea. All I ever do is collect baseball. I could have done better at getting this plastic off here. Another embarrassing moment. Alright, this is 120 cards per box, so this one will take a little bit longer to go through and find 2 autographs or memorabilia cards per box on average. There's a good chance there'll be quite a few players in here I don't know anything about, because in recent years, Donruss seems to focus more on old-timer retired players and minor leaguers, and it's the minor leaguers I am weak at. So if you recognize any names in the minor league cards that I go through and I just go through quickly, please do leave notes in the comments if you think they're going to be a good star to watch out for, and I will take your comments and note them down and keep my eyes open for future cards from these folks. Look for Mega Box exclusive Retro 1997 Donruss Signature Series autographs. Whammy retail exclusive. Look for the ultra rare Whammy insert, which we will probably not find. 200 card set, 100 base and 100 base rated prospects. And this shows all the kinds of different parallels and things, I guess, that you could find in there. It doesn't give odds. Panini has, to my knowledge, never given any kind of odds. It's kind of neat. They've got one of these things on the back here. Different way of opening this. And there's nothing in that one side component. They're all really thick packs. So there's 20 cards per pack. This is very different. I have never seen something packed in this manner, but then I've only been opening things since 2021. Travis Bazzana is on the cover of the pack and the box. I'm embarrassed to say I'm not sure I know who that is. I think I've seen the name before, but I've said it before, I don't really pay too close attention to prospects that much, and it's not until they make it to the big leagues that I start to take notice of new players. So we got rated rookie of Nick York, Miguel Tejada. Don't tell me we're going to have to spin these around each time. Ivan Rodriguez, yeah, it looks like we are. Prince Fielder. I hope you don't get dizzy. Ozzie Smith. Nolan Ryan, that's pretty cool. Here's what the backs of those look like if you've never opened any of these up before. This is my first time opening up any 2025 Donruss. Not a lot going on the back, but then Donruss cards have always been kind of like that through their history. Craig Biggio, they've never really given full statistics. Usually, in the early days back in 1981, and 82 and 83 when I was collecting these, they only gave like 5 years of statistics on the back. Jordan Lawler, Heston Kierstad. This is a red and blue hollow parallel, not numbered. Here's a numbered card. Christian Moore. Let's see, 105 out of 249. Rated prospect. I don't know what that's called, but pretty cool looking. So numbered cards I generally put on stands, whether they're anybody I know or not, because hey, it's a numbered card, so whip or yippee. Willie Stargell, we got some sort of can't quite make out what that image is. Is that Statue of Liberty? So like a Statue of Liberty parallel? I'm guessing that's what it kind of looks like, but I can't really see it very well. Okay, this is our memorabilia card, so there's one of the two things we might find in here. This is Bubba Chandler, uniform relic. Pretty cool design. I like this kind of sparkly gold around the Donruss logo. That's actually kind of neat looking. It's kind of got a cracked ice feel to it. That is not numbered. All right, yeah, vector parallel. I don't know what this is called. It's blue vector maybe. Here's another one of those. It kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty. It's so small, but it's hard to see off the reflection. Rated prospect for Tommy Troy, and those are not numbered. Jim Thome, that's pretty cool. That's another one of these blue hollows with some sort of boxes. I want to say vector because I think that's what they were called in the past. And a Donruss Optic insert for Alex Rodriguez. Let's put the Donruss Optics separate over here. Donruss Optic used to be its own product, but now they're inserts in the Donruss product. So even Topps has been scaling back and eliminating sets, like Topps Gallery and a Big League and stuff like that. And opening day. Well, Panini's been doing the same sort of stuff. They're sort of like folding in older things with the same product or a different product to turn them into insert sets. Ethan Salas, rated prospect. Not sure if I pronounced that right. Bryce Rayner. Blake Burke. And Ryan Waldschmidt. I don't know who any of those folks are. Sorry. I know I should do better with that. Maybe in due time I might spend more time on that, but not right now at the moment. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Gyro Iriarte or Yairo Iriarte. I can never really tell. Sometimes it's obvious when the J is pronounced like a Y, and sometimes it isn't. Jim Leyland, that's somebody I know. He was just recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe, last year. Carlos Beltran. Pedro Martinez. Robin Ventura. Dustin Pedroia. Andrew Jones. We got a rated rookie of Dylan Cruz. I do know who that is. He's playing for Washington. Pablo Sandoval. We got a red and blue parallel of Eddie Matthews. That's pretty cool. David Ortiz has one of these. I swear that looks like the Statue of Liberty there. So that's what I'm going with. It just kind of looks like it. Rated prospect Brock Wilken. That one is something else. It looks like there's a little corner ding on it too, down here on the lower right here. So some mistake happened while it was at the factory. It looks like a rocket ship. Okay. That's something different. Another rated prospect, Leo DeVries, and that one looks like the Statue of Liberty. We got Jim Cott, some sort of a black border parallel with little donuts, I think they call them. That one's not numbered, but really neat looking. Edgar Martinez, looks like this is a Donruss Optic refractor. Oh, hey, this is Donruss Optic as well. All right, we'll put these in the Donruss Optic pile. I wonder if I had any other ones in the first box. Yeah, Jim Thome was a Donruss Optic. So we'll separate out those. That one was a Donruss Optic as well. All right. All right, Paul Skeens. We all know who he is. Had a pretty good year this year, except the Pirates really were terrible at the plate. So he ended up with, well, I don't know if he's got another game to pitch or not. We're near the very end of the season. Last I checked, he was 10-10, and his earned run average was just under 2. So, I mean, he had a great year, but his team just didn't give him enough run support. He should have had at least 15 or 16 wins instead of 10. Donruss Optic. Jarlin Susana. Owen Hall. Kalen Culpepper. And Noble Meyer. Okay. Beep, beep. We're on our third pack. We got 3 more to do after this. Kobe Mayo. Johnny Bench. Alex Rodriguez. Paul Skeens again. This time on the regular Donruss set. Will Wagner, rated rookie. Lou Gehrig. Jake Bloss. Terry Francona. Colt Keith. I noticed they're not using the RC logo on some of these because Colt Keith would be a rookie card for this year, I believe. Or am I wrong about that? Was that that was last year? I'm sorry. Manny Ramirez on the red and blue hollow. Tim Hudson, another one of these things. Rated prospect Kendall George. Donruss Optic Noble Meyer. Another Carson Benge. What's that? Benga? I'm really butchering that one. Michael Young. Another Donruss Optic. Will Wagner, rated rookie, Donruss Optic. Colt Emerson. Ethan Anderson. Hagen Smith. Or Hagen Smith. Brady House. Beep, beep. Catfish Hunter. John Smoltz. Jack Leiter. Adam Wainwright. Rated rookie Andrew Walters. Tim Hudson. David Ortiz. Willie Stargell. Rated rookie Darren Baker. Red and blue parallel Jake Peavy. Darren Baker again. Statue of Liberty, I believe. Another red and blue, Braylon Dalty. Okay, Jacob Mizorowski. I saw him pitch against the Dodgers in one game back in, I think it was July, or it was early August, something like that. Wow. He looks promising. He really looks promising. So nice to get a card of him. Pee Wee Reese, Donruss Optic with the black border and the donut holes. At least that's what I'm assuming those are. Here's another one. This one is James Tibbs III. And another one, Johnny Bench. Another Donruss Optic. Ryan Sloan. Caleb Lomavita. Colson Montgomery. Now, I've heard of him. He's a pretty good power hitter, low batting average. This is his first year. I forget when the White Sox called him up, but he looks promising so far. And Aryan Namala. Beep, beep. All right. On to the next pack. Woohoo! All right. Luis Angel Acuna rated rookie. He's related to Ronald, of course, a brother. Edgar Martinez. Cliff Lee. Chipper Jones. Jim Rice. I really don't like having to spin them around like this. Jacob Wilson. Now, why doesn't that one have an RC logo? Or is Donruss not doing that anymore? Or Panini not doing that anymore? Because it would be this year for Jacob Wilson, wouldn't it? I think it is. Kumar Rocker, rated rookie. Ryan Braun. Red and Blue Hollow of Deion Sanders. Rated prospect, Jet Williams. This one is numbered 71 out of 99. Trying to make out what this is. Kind of looks like it has a cracked ice feel. The color is, I guess, purple. It's not quite exactly purple, but I think that's probably what they're going to call it. I don't know. So that's our second numbered card in this mega box. Dwight Gooden. Rated prospect of George Lombard Jr. Now, this one I'm aware of because one of the viewers of this channel noted this in a comment several videos ago where I pulled one of his cards, and I don't remember what it was that I think it was the subscription box I have, and it might have been a Bowman pack, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, that's one to watch out for, George Lombard Jr. We got an auto. Jack Wenning, how do you pronounce that? Wenninger. Oi, 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 oi. This is not an on-card auto. This name doesn't ring a bell for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't surprise me. It's every time I get one of these, an auto, it's usually somebody I have no idea who they are. But we like autographed cards, and we'll take whoever they give us because we're happy with that. Donruss Optic, Jesus Made. Another Donruss Optic, Refractor, Carson. Again, I'm not sure how that last name's pronounced. I don't want to butcher it a second time. Will Clark. Pretty cool seeing Will Clark. Rated prospect, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's first name. Gonzalez. Yoswar. I don't know. PJ Morlando. Another Carson card. And Leo DeVries. All right, last pack. Beep, beep. So I don't know what you guys think about Donruss. I liked it better back when it had more players I recognized and when they were doing, active players. Not sure I like their change in plans with this. But still, it's a fun. I still have fun with this. Bobby Witt Jr. is an active player, so they got one of them. Dwight Gooden, since I spoke that out, they threw one at me. Jake Arrieta. Jace Young, rated rookie. Ian Kinsler. Austin Wells. Evan Carter. Jim Cott. Pee Wee Reese. I mean, it's a real eclectic group of players when you think about it. Juan Marichal in the red and blue. Colt Keith. Bobby Witt Jr. Donruss Optic, Bryce Rayner. Boston Bateman. Brooks Lee. Okay, I'm familiar with him. He's not having the greatest debut of a season, but he's definitely high on the list of prospects. Kobe Mayo. Brandon Sproat. Marcelo Mayer. I've heard of him for quite a few years now. Ryan Clifford. and Kyle DeBarge. So that is our 2025 Donruss Mega Box with 120 cards per box. So you definitely got a lot of cards. I don't even know if I want to go over this, but this is the stack of Donruss Optics we got. We're already 20 minutes in, so I'm just going to quickly just scroll through them and not say who any of them are. But this just goes to show you how many of these you'll get in one of these. Okay. And these are all the parallels from the Donruss base product. Looks like Statue of Liberty. One looked like a rocket. A lot of them are blue and red hollow. I didn't see anything else. These were all the unnumbered ones. So there were a lot of those. The hits of the box. There's a numbered card out of 99 for Jet Williams. Pretty neat looking design. It's pretty cool when you hold that up to the light. I always like that. And the other one is numbered out of 249, Christian Moore. Not sure what that parallel is called. I don't see any like career or season stat line cards, so maybe they don't make those anymore. We got a uniform relic of called Jersey Kings for Bubba Chandler. Pretty neat looking. And our auto is Jack Wenninger. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Not familiar with him, so I have a couple players to look up on Baseball Reference to see who they are. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a beep beep in the comments section, and I will try and beep back at you. I don't respond to comments immediately. I usually load the video up to YouTube, respond to comments from the previous video, and then I'm off on my way, off to do something else. I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube, just when I need to take care of loading one up, and that's when I usually respond to comments from the previous one. So bear with me if it takes a while for me to respond. Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and beep beep, everybody.